The Fuller Doctrine. Imagine you are a Russian intelligence officer sent to the United States in 1950. Your mission is to undermine Western civilization. You get a job at UC Berkeley teaching political science. Your fellow collaborators get positions in English and social sciences. What might you do over time to accomplish your mission? What might it look like today? This is an interesting through the lens and its potential long-term effects, so this is an interesting hypothetical scenario. Here's how such a mission might unfold if viewed through the lens of Cold War-era strategy and its potential long-term effects. Immediate actions, 1950s. 1. Promote ideological division. Use the platform at UC Berkeley to introduce and amplify radical critiques of Western institutions, focusing on capitalism, individualism, and democratic governance. Encourage students and colleagues to explore Marxist or socialist alternatives. 2. Influence curricula. Design courses that subtly critique Western policies and values while elevating socialist or communist frameworks. Introduce readings and thinkers aligned with Soviet ideology under the guise of academic exploration. 3. Recruit and radicalize students. Identify impressionable or influential students, mentor them, and steer them toward ideologies sympathetic to Soviet goals. Encourage activism that challenges the status quo. 4. Coordinate with collaborators. Collaborate with colleagues in English and social sciences to reinforce narratives about the flaws of Western culture and promote ideas of systemic oppression, inequality, and imperialism. 5. Foster distrust in institutions. Use lectures and writings to subtly erode trust in American government, corporations, media, and religious institutions, emphasizing their perceived failures and hypocrisies. Long-term strategies. 1. Establish intellectual movements. Create and sustain intellectual trends that challenge Western cultural norms, such as postmodernism, critical theory, or anti-colonial studies. Frame these as progressive, but use them to undermine confidence in Western history, values, and achievements. 2. Encourage cultural relativism. Promote the idea that no culture is inherently better than another, with an emphasis on critiquing Western traditions while excusing or downplaying flaws in other systems. 3. Amplify social divisions. Focus on areas of social tension, such as race, gender, and class. Use academic and cultural channels to emphasize these divisions, encouraging polarization and conflict. 4. Influence media and popular culture. Work with sympathetic individuals in media and entertainment to reinforce academic critiques of Western civilization and elevate counter-narratives. 5. Sustain activist networks. Encourage student activism and create organizations that persist after graduation, ensuring a pipeline of ideologically committed individuals influencing politics, law, and education. Potential outcomes today. If such a mission succeeded over decades, the effects might include 1. Polarization and fragmentation. Society becomes deeply divided, with citizens losing faith in shared values or institutions. Debates center on identity, oppression, and systemic failure rather than solutions or unity. 2. Erosion of national identity. A strong focus on the flaws of Western civilization creates a cultural climate where patriotism is seen as naive or harmful, weakening collective resilience. 3. Normalization of Marxist ideals. Concepts once viewed as radical, like critiques of capitalism, calls for wealth redistribution, or state control of resources, become mainstream in academic and political discourse. 4. Decreased global influence. As internal divisions and disillusionment with institutions grow, the nation's ability to project power or lead globally diminishes. 5. Shifts in academia. The academic landscape prioritizes critical theories over empirical studies, with a focus on activism over traditional scholarship.